Hey guys, this is Woody the Unexceptional Gamer introducing you to pwnstar4hire. So, say hello.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's pwnstar4hire here, doing the dual comm with Woody, who's been, a really good friend lately and is willing to help me out with this. So I thank you for that, man.
Cool, yeah. So you guys, I had to speed up the beginning of this video because it was almost 12 minutes, and you'll see in the middle of it I cut out a section. There's a host migration twice in a row, so we cut that too. But good video. So hey, you're running around with the akimbos here, and I checked out your channel. You run around akimbo a lot. Do you think it's better, or do you like to handicap yourself? Where are you on this thing?
To be completely honest, a lot of people hate me for it. I can't stand akimbo. On my channel, throughout all the videos, I have the triple nukes, the tons of kill streak lists, and everything like that. As you can tell, I keep getting requested for these videos. So they'll request me, hey, do these akimbo G18s or something like that. I really can't stand them, but if it's something somebody wants to see me use, of course I'm going to be nice and, do it,
Cool, yeah, because I saw you with the G18s on Crash, and I saw this, and I thought I saw another one too, and I was like, wow, this guy sure loves his akimbo. Not the case, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I felt it was challenging. You messaged me about the G18, and I figured you'd like that, so I figured I'd try in there and throw the USPs in there. And this game wasn't bad. I believe I got like 57 and 11, and you told me to play the objectives a little, so I incorporated that in there. I don't like some of these guys that just pretty much go in there and kill whore the whole time,
Yeah, man, I always watch that. I kind of pay attention. It's not that hard to go really positive and get a great score if you ignore the objectives. If you really want to impress me, cap a flag or two while you're at it, and that's beast.
Yeah.
But another thing I noticed is your claymores are really effective. So what do you look for in a claymore spot? I see a lot of these are at 90 degrees. Is that what you're looking for? You just hide them? Talk to me.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. And I think this, obviously, if you thought my claymores were good, I don't know what it is. I really just placed them. I have no tactics with them whatsoever. To be completely honest, I use them as like an alert. So as soon as I hear them trigger, I know, oh, somebody's coming or something like that. I get excited when I get a kill with one of them because I don't normally use them, but I figured if I was going to play the objectives, they could come in handy. I half the time I'll go and cap a flag and somebody's got a claymore sitting there, and then I'm like, oh damn. So yeah, I'm really not too skilled in doing it. I don't have an art to it. I pretty much get lucky the whole time, and I'll straight up admit it. I don't mind.
It was fun. I watched this video in advance to sort of get ready for this, and when I cap a flag, I figure out where they're spawning and cap either B or my own spawn flag, typically. What you do is you go into the enemy spawn, you clear them all out, you get like 5 kills, and then you cap their spawn flag. And I'm like, oh my god, how does he do that?
It's an art.
Yeah, and then you set up claymores all over the place, and it's like, yeah, you're doing it right now on the video. While we're commentating, you just clear everybody out and cap their flag.
Yeah, that's one way. That when they come to you, they got to walk in there, and a lot of people will be defending. But one thing I noticed in domination, and when you do these, is a lot of times either you'll have one camper, or they're all like their objectives are usually vacant, and they're just out trying to get yours. You know what I mean? So usually you can walk in there and get something. I kept running into these guys spawn, and it was always like 5 or 6 of them at a time. So it was fun, it was challenging, and it turned out to be a pretty good match.
Very cool, man. So what gameplays do you play mostly? I know you wrote me and said that domination wasn't usually your thing.
Yeah, no, I don't like it because I feel the spawns can be crazy. I mean, you can spawn trap them, but as soon as 1 or 2 guys gets in there, they're right behind you. So I don't like that too much about it. I'm pretty much a mixed player. I'll play anything besides sabotage. I don't like sabo. I think I started originally on demolition. That's where I got my triple nukes, and where I built my first probably 200 nukes up was on demolition. So that was pretty much my home for a long time.
Good deal. So you had some questions for me?
Yes. There was one question I wanted to ask you, and as a lot of people know, I'm trying to make my way up to machinima and get a giant subscriber base like you do. You've got what, like 40K or something right now?
Yeah, it's around there.
Yeah, that would be a definite like milestone for me. What I want to do is make it up there so I can get those subs. That's my goal. Everybody has a goal. Everybody wants to do things in their life, whether it's, be a game, and gaming is one of my passions. I like to do it for fun. And, well, pretty much what I want to ask you is, because you've already been up there, you've been around the machinima, you've got all these good contacts, you've got the fan base through your subs and everything. What are your goals now? I mean, what do you have to aim forward to? I mean, you're at where I'd like to be. So, just as a, personal thing, what are your goals?
You know, I really don't know. I sort of keep doing this, and it may be sort of out of momentum at the moment. And I like my channel. What I really like is my subscriber base seems to have a lot of nice guys in it. If I had one of those channels where your subs all hate you every game, then I'd probably just drop this stuff and let it go. I started doing it just with the hope of getting to know the other YouTube guys. Like I'd watched a lot of videos and followed them for a while, and it's like, all right, I think it'd be neat if I knew Beyond or Hutch or CNanners or all those guys. And that objective's kind of been met. So what happens from here, I don't know. I've toured around with the idea of I don't really know what to do next. I've considered maybe trying to monetize it in some way, but subs don't like that. And I don't know how much money there is to be made. So anyway, we'll play it by ear and see how it goes.
But at least that's honest right there, and that's genuine. You came to me, what was it? And that's something I like about you, because a lot of these people I look up to and I see and I watch their videos. They're so caught up in the money or something like that they neglect, or they look as the subs as like an investment or something. They look at the subs as like money or something, and I can't stand that. But you came to me, and I was really, really honored about it, because one of your subs went to you and said, hey, come check this guy out. And not only were you actually genuine and nice enough to come help me out, which I really, really appreciate, it shows that you listen to your subs. And that is something that is, rare in some of these higher up guys, and I really admire that about you.
Yeah, if I were to monetize it, it would be with the objective of having really happy customers, not customers who hate it or can't stand it or feel ripped off or whatever. If I were to do that, if I were to start a business around this, I would try and keep everybody really pleased. And what happened with you is you have a lot of really loyal subscribers. Your subs love you. So they wrote me and they said, check out this guy. He's a beast of a player. His commentary is Jesus good. That's what they said. And and I was like, all right, a sub that enthusiastic, I have to check him out. And I did. And you had a really genuine commentary I watched. It was one where you had that Akimbo G18s. And I was like, wow, I really like this guy. So I reached out to you, asked if you wanted to duel, and you accepted, and here we are. So I've probably seen it, I don't know, maybe half a dozen of your vids at this point, and I like your channel, so let's do it.
Well, I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that all went down. And obviously I've got my subs to thank for this, and that's what a lot of people neglect, is that the subs are what make us who we are, and who we are reflects in our game and in our commentaries to inspire these other people, and that's what I want to be. As I want to be a role model for all these people to come and ask for help, and I love to do that for them.
Yeah. So, the trick, I think, to having happy subs is to treat them well. To make sure that one, people don't like hearing people don't like to hear you fuss about the game all the time. Guys who watch Call of Duty videos, they know where the game has improvements or areas for improvement, and they don't want to hear you cry about it constantly. And two, try to offer your subs something. Whether in my case it's typically giving some sort of advice, but in other cases, some people are really funny and they offer that up. But or Hutch is just charismatic and genuine, and that's what he brings to the table there. So find your niche and do it.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. So,
all right.
What's your background here? Before Call of Duty, what have you been playing? How'd you get good at this game?
To be completely honest, I was originally on the Xbox. I'm a PS3 gamer. I'm sure I haven't mentioned before. I started back on PC, the Unreal Chain, America's Army. I moved over to Xbox for Halo and COD 4, and made my way over to PS3, and I've really liked it here. And I don't know what it is, but I love the game, and I just find that I'm really gifted in certain aspects of the game, and a lot of people come to me for help. So that's the whole reason I run my channel. I mean, of course I've got the goals, and I want to make machinima. They could sign me without any sort of money or anything in there. I just want to help other people, and that's the whole reason why I do this YouTube. But the reason I came into the game is because I love just killing people, plain and simple, honest.
Yeah, I have a machinima contract. I've had a bunch of people say that machinima ought to give me one. And the truth is I've had a machinima contract for maybe 5 months now. But there's a couple things I don't like about it. One is their video quality. They basically take your stuff, they're slow to post it, and they ruin the video quality. So I'm like, I'm going to put it on my channel where I can do it right. that's where it is. But I will say, I understand where you're coming from with the desire to get it. I felt like I had hit the major leagues. I felt like, when I got my machinima contract, it was like I got accepted into the NBA or NHL or wherever it used to be. And that was the coolest part about it to me.
Yeah, that definitely seems worth it. I can't wait till I get that moment. I feel it's just a matter of time. I'm waiting on someone to get a hold of me, and I just feel like I deserve it, and I want to be able to help more people out. And I'm just waiting on it, and just for that moment that you just described, I'm just waiting.
Yeah, it'll come, man. It'll come.
Yep.
So
you gotta stay focused.
We're almost out of time, but pwnstar4hire, check him out, guys, and he's a beast. 57 kills. Nicely done.
Thank you.